What up?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on, everybody? It's After Sound here with Darkestnyte. We're a little early, but you know what's funny? We were just joking about this, but when I hit the thing to go live, it's like, you're not scheduled until this time, but you're welcome to go early if you want. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's my show. We're going to go early.
Go.
Let's do it. So as Darkestnyte was about to say, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Amazing, man. How are you doing tonight? This is a fun impromptu hang. I feel like we were talking quite a bit earlier, and then figured we can catch up here tonight with the rest of the community. But how are you doing? You had your Orange Theory. You're trying to get me into Orange Theory. I know you're just calling me fat, but it's okay. I'm gonna try and get.
Really, we're going there. Like we're 10 seconds in.
you wanted to keep it light, so here we are. You know, we're gonna have fun with it tonight.
Yeah, Orange Theory, man. It's good. I got my class in tonight. I feel good. Last week was Hell Week, so with it not being Hell Week, it feels super easy, right? So,
how often do you go?
So I typically try to go 4 times a week. If I'm training for a marathon, then it's 5 to 6. So.
Wow. All right. And that's just like every night you just.
Yeah. I talk to you, I say, hey, I get out of the gym and we can talk about
I was surprised you still got energy to come on and chat, because I know you did the same thing last Friday when we had our Halloween thing.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's good
cool.
stuff.
Cool. All right, let's say hello to folks. Jackie's in the house. What's going on, Jackie? Good to see you. Stock Jockey's here as well. Good to see you guys. Hey, stranger, long time. As After Sound will say, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we chatted. Jackie, it's so good to have you here. I hope you are doing well and staying warm. I don't know what the weather's like in New York these days, but hope you're staying warm. Why not 1 2 3 4? Hello, GFI Gaming's in the house. What's going on? Hey, GFI Gaming, I know you wanted to come on and chat at some point. Did you want to come on tonight? We're literally just hanging. So
yeah, we're just chilling. Like, absolutely.
More like Uncle Aggie will make you vote on 8 million proposals. We've had a lot. We've had a lot of proposals. BB Omega's in the house. All right, hold on.
I'm sorry.
No. Go through it. We'll get to the rest of it.
I love having the ability to vote on stuff, right? I mean, if he puts out 8 million proposals, I will vote on every one.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, because we don't even have that in real life, right? There are a lot of things that just get passed and we have no say on them. So, no, we have a say. We have a voice. So, I'm good. Did
you want to talk through where you're at for some of the proposals? Because I did a video recently kind of showing where I'm at and how I'm voting.
I don't even remember where I voted when I voted. I mean, there's one, the ones for paying for nodes and Rift Launcher packs in deck. I don't like that one, so I voted no. But I mean, if Matt calls me up and says, "Hey, man, I need your vote," I would probably change
it. wait! Don't say that, because he will call you up now. remember what happened last
I would totally
time?
change my vote.
if Aggie tagged you in the thing, was just like, "Hey, Darkestnyte, you know, would you consider changing your vote?"
Wouldn't even hesitate.
All right. Well, clearly we can.
Because they wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. So.
All right, so here's the one. So SPS for Guild Brawl rewards, I think that's mostly gonna pass.
I said yes for that one. Yeah, hell yeah for that one.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I was just telling you earlier today. There's I think 6 guilds in tier or available to be in tier 4. I don't know how many can be in tier 3, but I think we'll find out as soon as those rewards go live. And then you got these, which I voted no to, and then replace DEC LP with SPS. This sounds like something you probably don't even care about, but I'm just curious.
And I don't even know if I voted on that one, actually. I might have abstained, so because I don't feel strongly at all.
One way or another. All right, BB Omega, what's going on, man?
SPS so low.
Because I'm on staking.
Got it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Who's counting my SPS? You know, the thing is, I always want to be in a perpetual state of unstaking. What I think I will do for like stuff that I want to make sure I vote on with my full weight is like wait until it's like an hour left, unstake everything, vote, and then right as soon as the vote is done, then I'll start the unstaking process again.
Yeah, but there's always going to be something.
I know.
So, yeah.
There's just a bunch.
Or you just buy more SPS and just make sure you have that always staked, right? And then you have your same stuff. So
also, let's be real. I would say that it's mostly dominated by whales. And I could probably have more influence talking through people on the channel rather than with the amount of SPS that I have staked. And not that I'm trying to like push any kind of agenda. I mean, sometimes I am, but I try to give you my reasonings as to why I would
Yeah.
be voting a certain way.
I mean, the reality is, a united community, I think, can overpower the whales. I think, right? I mean, have we ever done an analysis on that?
I don't think so, but sure.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick analysis here.
Yeah.
I mean, here let's take a look at this. Like you got some people who just have like multi-million SPS bags. So like this to me is a fight between whales, right? Like
Yeah.
ultimately.
But some of the whales are players like us, right? They care about
Yeah.
the same things, right? So
Well, here, I mean, check this out, right? So like Cryptomancer voted against this whole repricing in DEC. He's got, 2.1 million.
yeah, man.
Then you have Brave Tofu, who's got 2.3 million, who voted against it. I believe I saw, Biz. So Biz has his 2 accounts. That's about another 2 million there.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a whale fight, but it's like any other election, right?
Yeah.
Even our voices, when united, can't equal a couple of those, right? So it could sway it one way or another. So.
I'm curious what the distribution is. That would actually be interesting to know. If the community can overcome it. The thing is, so when it comes to this, and I would love to get your thought. Like when it comes to this, it's when I get excited about the community, it's not in the sense that the community has a vote. And I know that sounds terrible, right? Because like ultimately this is a stake weighted vote. It is not a democracy where each player gets one vote, right? So what I get excited about is the fact that there's a lot of really smart, bright individuals in the community. And I believe that in a system like this, or actually in any system, like the best ideas can win. So it's like if you bring a good idea to the table and you get the right whales behind it because it's a good idea, right? Then that can enact some change. And I think that's where people can have the most impact. The I don't know, what do they call themselves? The krill crew, like the people who are the plankton, right? So the folks who don't have as much SPS or are playing in the lower leagues. That's where I feel like there can be a lot of value, or just having your voice be heard, right? Anytime you want to dissent towards something, just voice it in the Discord. I mean, respectfully, but yeah.
So I'll have to dig into my old life. In biology, the basis of our food chain is the plankton, is the little guy, and if they disappear, everything dies. So you might think, as an individual, as one little plankton, that you have that you're not important. But the reality is, if en masse we just say, you know what, don't care, I'm out, and in fact, I'm selling all my assets and I'm gone, then whales have nothing, right?
Well,
whales will die.
I do think that is an adept analogy, because it still is very much like a symbiotic relationship, right? Like sure, whales dominate a lot, but at the end of the day, like this game will not survive without a strong player base. And if you alienate and here's the thing, right? So I wonder if there's people in both camps that are failing to understand. It's just like if you alienate the whales, or if you alienate the plankton, right, the game goes nowhere. But also kind of if you alienate the whales, you lose a lot of that big money that goes towards development and marketing that could bring in more players.
I think, I mean, to be honest, right, I think Matt and Maggie have a very difficult job balancing those two things. But the reality is, like any in ecology, right, you sometimes just have to let it do what it's going to do, right, and it'll balance itself. But you have to have faith that it's going to do that, right? When you start tinkering with it, you could get unexpected results. And again, whales, not just whales, right? It's everyone will act typically in their own best interest.
True.
And I think that's the force that we're all fighting with, right? We assume that whales are greedy and they don't care about the community, but we already know that's not true. That's not true, right? They care about this, community the same way we all.
Well, I mean, it can be true. And that's okay, because if you're a plankton, do you care about whales? I highly doubt that you do, right? So to me, this is what it comes down to, where it's like, what you need to do is make sure that everybody's incentives are aligned, because you nailed it.
Absolutely.
nailed it on the head when you were saying everybody's going to act in their own best interest. So
Absolutely.
what you want to make sure is that no matter where you are on the spectrum of whale investor to small investor or champ league player versus bronze league player, you want to make sure the incentives are aligned.
Yep.
So
So I'll be honest with you. How can I say this right? I want to make sure I say this the right way. I want the whales to come in and buy 1 million Chaos Legion packs, right? And in fact, I want them to throw them on the secondary market, and I'll go buy them, right?
Yeah.
When it's time, when I want them, as long as they're available, right? When I think one of the things where we have, that's been big is right whether or not to burn Chaos Legion and Rift Watch.
I really don't want to burn them.
Yeah,
But
but
I'm going to vote for the proposal, but I don't want to burn them.
And I go back and forth on it, right? Burn, don't burn, and I think I talked to Tails, and he had a really good argument, and then I've talked to Walking Keys. He has a good argument. I mean, there's good and there's bad, but I think if we're in the community now, we know what it is, and we can buy packs, right? And should I worry about somebody that's going to come into the game maybe in a year from now? There'll be other things for them to buy, right? And maybe they'll want to buy the things that I have. That was a really good, player run economy, last summer, right? Where the players who had accumulated all these assets actually saw a return on doing that, right? How many times can you say that in any investment, right? Where you have a great idea, I'm going to accumulate these assets, and then you go to sell them and you make a wild profit. Like, that never happens, right? So, well, it happens. It doesn't happen a lot. How about that?
No, I agree with you 100%. The reason I'm sighing is because it's such a tough thing to navigate. And one of the things that I actually want to get your thoughts on. Oh, let's catch up on the rest of the chat.
I was looking at something.
I can see you reading it. Huh?
I was looking at something Stock Jockey just said. It made
Stock Jockey?
Yeah.
Dr. Blake.
You'll know when you see it.
All right, hold on. Let's catch up and say hi to everybody else. So BB Omega's in the house.
Hey,
how is everything going down in the OC? I'm trying to plan a trip actually to Southern California at some point. So I'll be in touch with you probably sometime next year. Dr. Crypto, what's happening?
What's up?
Got our fellow guildmate here, Jobby Santos. GFI gave Azul's at work. All right, no, all good.
Hey, Butters.
What's up, Butters? DJ's here too. DJ.
Oh, look at that picture. Go back and look at that picture. So you know what that's from? That's from Splinterfest. That was the Game of Thrones chair.
That was the Game of Thrones chair.
Game of Keyboards. That was
Game of, I guess just Game of Keyboards chair. Icy Flow's here as well. Icy Flow, do you have a Rooney? Just out of curiosity.
Hell yeah, I have one.
I don't know because
I remember the one we saw it on stream. We looked at it on stream.
Oh yeah, you're right. How come you haven't changed your image to match that?
Well, because that's something from the Hubble. That's awesome.
All right, so Zil say the top 200 stakers can vote out everyone. Last I checked. All right, so
but as you can see, they're fighting each other. So yeah, man.
Well, not everyone's gonna agree, and I think that's fine. I'll take it. So, BB saying I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Darkestnyte? Feeling pretty good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Loving the shirt. Got our guild representation there. BB, hello, fellow. Alex says, I love whales, more cushion for the pushing. I'm not sure what kind of activities you got going on with whales, but that's usually safe.
There's the one.
Dr. Blight knows chemistry.
So, yeah, I see Stock Jockey. Every now and then we play, and it's 50-50, right? Sometimes he beats me, sometimes I beat him. So it's good.
Stock Jockey's good people. All right, so if you don't want them burnt, buy them. You talking about the Chaos Legion packs? Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
I mean,
how much would you need to spend right now? 4 million packs at roughly 25-ish% off. So that's $3.
Everybody buy 100 packs. We're good.
So that's $3 a pack.
Yeah. So they can put them on sale, right?
That's $12 million.
They could get rid of all the packs overnight if they said, hey, the next week they're going to go down to $1 a pack or $2 a pack. Load up.
What if we voted for the DAO to buy the? Oh, the DAO doesn't even have enough money to buy the packs. That's insane.
Yeah.
It would need 12 million. We only have about 3 million in there.
And I mean, it would be great for the DAO to buy stuff, right? But don't buy something that's not going to appreciate. But it will though eventually, right? And then you just sell them back on the secondary market.
Alex is saying, nice shirt to you. Splinterlands gear. Icy Flow says, I have one. I won't change my YouTube pick. Fair enough.
Oh,
What's up, Liberty Guy? Off the grid. Good to see you tonight as well.
Actually, you mentioned Dr. Blight. I did pick up one of these at Splinterfest. I did.
Fun. They weren't being given out for free, right?
No, you got to buy those, man.
How much was that thing?
Like $30. No. It was like $20.
Very cool. And now you just got it hanging out on your desk. Oh, we got Yannick here saying, I missed the battles against you, Darkestnyte, IG and Mr. Waffles.
Oh, I played it. Yeah.
I switched to playing only Modern.
I'm in Modern now, too.
Where's your bot playing?
In Modern.
Oh,
so
okay. But you play Wild.
I play Wild.
Maybe that's what they're getting at.
I haven't been able to play as much. I just let the Archmage bot do it in Modern, once an hour or so.
Okay. I don't know. Like we were just talking about this earlier. So I got the bot back on my account thanks to you, just borrowing it for a little while, and I'm not even letting it play because I just like playing too much.
Exactly.
What do I do?
Yeah. Yep. Just do what you do, man. Everybody does different stuff.
Do I do? All right. Were we talking about something else? I feel like we went off on a crazy tangent. All right. Did you guys get a wooden card at Splinterfest? Did you go? I did not.
I did. I got.
You got two from Angry Chipmunk?
Yeah, I did. He saved me one. It was the Jin Yanova.
Ooh. Yeah. That's a fun one. Very cool. Doctor. Archmage Arius Disciple shirt. Dude, I want our guild to be the best. Oh, you know what? Weirdbeard never got back to me. I want to run this guild champion tournament. All right. So, question for you. Yeah. We run this guild champion tournament. Who are you picking as our champion from our guild?
You already know. We're already in training.
I saw you talk to her. So
yeah. So Ardenek, she's probably
Ardenek?
one of the best players I've ever seen. And again, I say this all the time, right?
As long as she's free on a Sunday morning or whatever we end up doing it.
Whenever we do it, right? So, but she's excellent. She just doesn't have the assets, right?
Well, you have her on a special mission right now to go.
I do. Yeah.
Assassinate some other players in game. All right, guys, relax. We're just talking about
tournament assassin.
Assassin.
Yeah, so she's doing her research now.
Take down specific guild.
Yeah. So she's focused right now for sure.
All right, how's that going?
Good. We haven't really started. I think what we're gonna do before we go into tournaments, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with you, right? Which is just play at different levels to see where she feels comfortable, and then that's the tournament she'll go for. I think.
Have you looked at the Nifty Arcade stuff at all?
I have.
Are you putting your cards there or thinking about?
I will. I need to make a new account and then just load it up with all the stuff. I think that might be the best way to go to.
Okay.
Yeah, we're figuring all that.
I have been looking because part of me wants to borrow a like a champ level deck or like a diamond level deck and start playing with that.
Dude, I will give you a champion level deck.
Wait, no, but then you don't have to. Then you can still have your own.
Okay.
No, okay. So here, I mean, this is the cool thing, right? Like, the idea behind it is that now I can then choose to like rent out my cards, for example.
Yeah.
Earn revenue on that. That goes towards leveling up my deck organically while playing with someone else's cards at a 50-50 split or whatever it ends up being.
Yeah.
And then I get the joy of playing the game.
And they get assets.
They get the benefit. I get the ability to see how well I can do at the highest levels. But I think those decks are getting rented out like that. I
like that. So you know what we need to do then? We need to get the guys from Nifty Arcade in and just talk me through it, right? Because I want to sit with a beer and just say, tell me what to click.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I got the invite thing, so I'm been exploring it a little bit here and there. So I don't know. Right now, the only thing that's available is a bronze level deck, which I don't feel like playing down a bronze. I would take a gold level deck, but they don't even have that.
Yep.
So you made a live stream, Woody. Yes, you did. Thanks for coming through. I just chatted with you last night on Splinterlands TV.
Yeah.
So Azul saying Darkestnyte Arcus, okay, he's talking to you. Ardenek's biggest problem is she doesn't have enough faith in herself.
Oh, yeah.
From when I talk to her, she doesn't give herself enough.
That's credit. I think the same exact thing, right? And I think that's because of the asset issue, right? Mm-hmm. The knowledge is there, the passion is there, all those things are there, but the asset, I mean, all the confidence in the world won't help that specific thing. And she often punches above her weight class, right? In terms of what she has, and she still kills it, right?
All right.
So, but it's not just her, right? We have other people in the guild that are doing the same thing. So
Let's go check out and see where she's at right now.
Yep.
Ardenek, if you end up watching this, or if you're watching this now, we're doing a deep dive
She'll see
into your playing ability.
Yes.
Wait, whoops, let's go to members.
Oh, that's right. We just finished a brawl. That's right.
We did. So she is in, let's see, it's in silver, right?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, she's
look at the streak here.
Yeah, it's relentless. And
she's playing right now.
Yeah.
We should message her on Discord and be like, "Yo, come and play your battles on stream." Look at that. She's played 3 minutes ago.
Relentless, right? And she doesn't bot. She refuses. She's like, "Nope, I'm good. It's all me."
Good for her. She's like swapping back and forth too.
Yep. And it's funny because when she loses, I'm like, "What the hell happened here?" Right? Like it's some like weird thing that should have never have happened, right? So we joke about it all the time.
Yeah. No, she's got. I mean, hey, I'm all from. You know what I want to do. I want to make people famous in this game. So if she's got the skill and the ability, then we should definitely make her famous because she'll also represent Archmage Arius Disciples.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. I don't know when I'm going to end up doing this. I wanted to do it this weekend, but I feel like I'm running out of time.
Just so much is going on, right? You know, we don't often talk about community sentiment, but the community seems to be they're sliding. We're sliding to the negative, and I think that's normal for being in a bear market this long, right? And it's going to be longer, right? Who knows? It could be another year before we see an uptrend. So what do you do? What are you doing to get through the bear market?
I am just showing up and playing. There's not much else. So I mean, I can get into like the whole separation of investment and game. Like, part of that is I'm in the LPs, right? So I have positions in the LPs. I went heavy on nodes, but the thing is, like, nodes for me, I just consider like passive income. So I've been like, the SPS gets staked because that's like me compounding, and the vouchers get sold every day, because that's me like taking back ice cream money out, right? So I want to realize some of the gains. And then similar to the LPs, I will throw I have stuff in the Ethereum LP, I have stuff in the BNB LP. So whenever I like get that, I will put half of that to stake SPS for my long term, and then half of that I pull out of the game, right? But actually recently, and this is spurred by the whole Chaos Legion pack burning debate, part of me has said, okay, well, why don't I take the half that I'm not pulling out of the game, and instead of buying SPS, or not buying SPS, but instead of like keeping it as SPS, start buying some cards. So I have done that here and there, specific cards that I learned from the best, Darkestnyte, where I'm just going through and like sniping certain cards and making sure that I have them leveled up at least for gold, right? And then a couple others I'll start working towards diamond at some point. But right now there's like cards, especially like all my epics aren't even leveled up for gold. All my legendaries are, but I want to get to a point where all of the commons and rares that I use, like, they're just like one level away. And when I look at it, it's just like, oh, $3. Yeah, I get that in SPS.
That's ice cream money, right?
Yeah.
So don't go buy the ice cream.
Go buy the ice cream, and put it into that, right? Actually, that's what I love that Splinter Cards tool for.
Yeah. Yep. No, dead on, right? I mean, and I know, I listen to the stories from people in the guild, right? Like, guys like Masshole and all the others, right? They always have really good stories about the things specifically that they did. And I feel like we are in that same kind of space, right? I think one of them said, hey, wood nymph was a thing. And we joked about that one night, right? Where they just every day bought a couple of wood nymphs, right? And I always ask myself, what's the wood nymph of right now? And I already know what it is, right? It's stuff like Pellicore Conjurer, right? That's a card you see everywhere. Yeah. And it's 1 penny, but you see that
less than a penny, I think,
everywhere, right? And it's in every low mana battle. It's everywhere, right? And it's a fantastic card. What's the other one I always see? Chaos, the Chaos Agent, right? That's another one that's everywhere, right? And
That's one I'm trying to get leveled up to.
yeah,
Oh,
like
speaking of which, I'm like almost there.
there you go. And that's a card as players, right? Right now, the people that are playing right now, that's a card we all have to get, right? We have to have that in our, in our decks.
It's so important.
It's like super important. Like those two cards together, right? And what's the equivalent of the Pellicore Conjurer? It's the Failed Summoner.
Oh yeah. That was
like
another good one,
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, I was heavy on the bandits for a while.
Yeah.
But I think Pellicore Conjurer definitely.
I think the Conjurer is really the one I see. I see Bandit around. I mean, it's there. I'm starting to see the Mercenary a lot with
Llama
a lot now. And I mean, but again, the card that's at 1 penny, everyone should go get. At least have a leveled up Pellicore Conjurer for sure.
So it's going to cost me another $27 to max out my Chaos Agent. But I honestly think that out of all of the common cards, that's the one I need maxed out because that thing's so good.
And that's the one that everybody's going to need years down the line, right? 2 years down the line, that's going to be the new Failed Summoner, right? So, and again, it's with, it's a reward card, right? Super cheap. Get it?
No, it's not. It's not a rewards card. It's Chaos Agent, but
no, the Conjurer.
Oh, the Conjurer. Okay, sorry, I was talking about Chaos Agent.
Oh yeah. That's an
expensive one. That's the most expensive common card.
Yeah, that's one of the expensive ones, right? But I mean, it's not.
But I think it's worth it. I use that thing all the freaking time.
All the time.
Do you have a gold one?
I do.
Worth it, right?
Yeah. It's totally so we were talking about that earlier, right? With the multiplier for gold and the multiplier for promo cards, right? We were kind of doing some of that math. A gold promo card has a multiplier on it that's outrageous.
I
right?
mean,
if you're using cards, right? If you're using neutral cards, like my recommendation, and again, we talk about this all the time, right? If you have a promo card that you can get in gold, get it because you're going to play it a lot. Any card you're playing all the time, you've got to have it in gold, right? It's easy to sell later on. It's the multiplier for battles is just it's outrageous, right? And if you have high ECR and then you times it by like 90%, you're doubling your R shares, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're able to get this thing in for $2, it's going to cost you $76 for a gold one.
And you're going to use that card all
the time.
All the time.
That's interesting. You know what, man? It just sucks that SPS is down right now.
Yeah.
Because I would totally be open to selling a little bit.
I mean, it'll pop up again at some point. Some trigger will happen, and you get it.
I'll just sell DEC. I need to get it away from its peg.
I mean, but here's the thing, right? You don't have to get it all at the same time, right? You play a little bit, you get your end of season rewards, you get the daily rewards, and you just buy one, right? Buy one, buy two. After a couple of weeks, you got it. You're done.
Yeah, well, I mean, so this is what I was talking about here, where it's just like, okay, I love this tool because it just gives me a nice like overall rundown on like what I need for gold or silver, or sorry, gold or diamond. But I'm like going through here, and actually here, so let me do all again. So in order to like max out my just chaos for diamond, I'm gonna have to spend like another, I don't know, anywhere from like 27 to 28. Maybe $3,000, right? Depending on where the prices end up going. Like, that's a lot. I don't feel like spending that, at least not right now. And part of the reason that I don't want them to rush to Rebellion is because I do want 6 to 9 months to dollar cost average into this. But when I look at certain specific cards, it's like, and this is what I was just talking to you about. Like, I mean, there's a couple here that for sure, like, I know I would use all the time. And I think we talked about the water team, right? So Deep Lurker,
absolutely.
Deep Lurker, Flying Squid for sure, Chaos Agent, right? And so when I break it down like that, I'm just like, okay, if I want to start playing at the highest levels, I'm still not going to be competitive, but at least I'd be able to play in diamond with diamond level cards.
Man, you don't need half of these cards.
I mean, you're right.
You keep
You're
playing
right.
the same cards over and over. If
That's
you're playing water, you know what
that's
you're
the
going to
truth. That's
Yeah.
the truth. Yeah. I'm actually curious now with the rares. I'm
So
actually
I
not
mean,
that-
I think that will be something for us to talk maybe on Sunday, right? We
Mm-hmm.
can just say, hey, in Chaos Legion, what are the cards you have to have, and what are nice to have, and what are cards you want to stay away from that you don't need at all, right? Like we used
Yeah.
to joke around.
Well, we kind of did that with the bummer chum thing, didn't we?
We did,
But,
yeah, we did. But that was not. It's not the same, right?
Yeah,
It-
of course.
It's if you want to be competitive, there's certain cards you want to have, right?
Can we do that now?
Absolutely.
A little bummer chum. I want to know the epics. What are the epics that you at Diamond are using, or that you see the Archmage bot
I
using?
can go
the
right down the
most?
list. Absolutely. So, Forgotten One, absolutely.
Okay.
Acid Shooter, I use a lot.
Really? Okay.
Oh my god, with Fernheart, yeah, like
Oh, yeah, I
it's
guess you
it's
go with
oh yeah, it's
Fernheart.
excellent,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
like
gets that
$200
poison
right there.
everywhere, and it's brutal.
Okay.
Marissa, it's nice to have, but it's really good in when you back to basics rule set, right? It's
Mhm.
good there. Other than that, you don't have to have it. Insidious Warlock, I've used as a joke once, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Gem Meteor, absolutely.
I know you love that, but it's good. Actually, it's not just good with Yoden. It's good with a lot.
It's good with everything. Yeah, it's good with a lot of stuff. Because it's neutral, right? So I
Mhm.
use it with He Who Will Not Be Spoken About, Awaka. That's just kidding. Dax Paragon I use all the time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, all the time.
I
Right?
haven't been
Because
using him as much because now Wraith offers that amplify ability.
it does, but if you have 12 mana battle,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You got one mana for the Chaos Agent. You got 2 mana for Pelipor Conjurer, critical, right? Dax Paragon gives Affliction, which is my favorite, along with Amplify. It is awesome. Igor, I don't use near as much as I thought I would.
I don't feel like I would use him either, but I always get stunned by this mofo. I hate him so much on the other
It's
side.
good. It's a good card, but it's not. I don't think it's a have to have. It's a
Okay.
nice to have. Yeah. Hunter Jarks I almost never use. Prismologist I
same.
never use.
I like Prismologist, but
I mean, I like it, but I never. But I don't play Life a lot, right?
sure. Okay.
Magi of Chaos, I believe it or not, I use it more than a little bit. So I think that should go on, and it's neutral, right?
Yeah, I like the neutral magic spam. That's for sure.
Tusk, my bot likes that a lot, but
The Inspire helps a lot,
it does. It does.
but I agree. I don't use him much anymore. I always
Yep.
default to Grum if I have the mana for it.
Yep. Weirding Warrior I use religiously, and in the meta now with armor, that's everywhere. That Shatter it's a requirement.
Isn't there Rust also at the higher?
Rust and Rust and
Rust and
Shatter.
Shatter.
It is out. It is awesome.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a great combo.
Yep. Magi Necrosi, that's situational. I don't use it a
You
whole
know,
lot.
it's funny because I used to use it all the time before, and now I don't go to it as much as I used to.
Yep. Wave Brood, that's definitely need to have that one. Grun, yes. Jin and Can you scroll up a little bit?
Wait, why does it say I only have 22 BCX of Wave Brood? That's weird.
Oh, well, there you go. Fix that, man. Yeah, Grund. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't use it nearly as much as I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good card. And then Jin and Fernie situational. So you don't have to have that one.
Interesting.
I would say out of this list, though, if I had to pick a top 3, right? Forgotten One, Acid Shooter.
Really, Acid Shooter makes your top 3?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Forgotten One I hate because this thing, like, it's broken because it retaliates more than 50% of the time. I freaking hate it.
Yeah.
And mine is clearly not at the highest levels.
And then I would go with Dax probably too, right? So again, I mean, those are just my favorites, right? I mean, other people. Oh, but if you go back,
right? Oh, but that's what I want. I want your favorites.
Yeah. So actually, my favorites are all in
I only
the
have a level 4.
Neutrals, right? I'm big on neutral cards.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Let me.
Are you buying that now?
No. I thought I had more than. I thought I was at level 5 already, but I guess I'm not.
So fix that before Chaos Legion gets burned.
Before chaos is gone.
Oh, there's your new song.
There you go.
So, but if you go to, anything neutral, I think neutral
I don't
cards
think we
in
can
the
go by
future are gonna be good.
neutral. Can we do the same thing for legendary since there's not
Yeah,
too
man,
many of them?
absolutely. All of the fiends gotta have
Yeah,
one. Yeah, we don't even need to talk about that.
Fiends got
All of
expensive.
the summoners, right? We don't really need to talk
Mhm.
about that. So let's see. Start from the top. Everybody needs a Bakjira for
Bakjir
sure.
is so great. Oh, and at the max level 2, he gets a nice health boost.
Yep, yep. Jim Muria, I love, and my
Mhm.
strategy with that one is I'll put what's that card? The death card, the death one that has taunt. I always forget his name. Dark One in
Okay,
the
yeah,
back, and then put Jin Murak right next to him.
next to him.
And then so you'll pull in all the magic, especially if they have blast, right? You're gonna 2 cards are gonna send back the magic reflect, not 1.
Mhm.
So that's fierce. And now with the new rule sets, right? That's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Master Wraith. Everyone needs to have a Queen Mycelia, right? That's a ridiculously OP card. Grum's good. Iza's okay, right? You don't have to have it, but if you have Fernheart, she's great. River Hellendale, gotta have it, right? If you're gonna play anything in
Anything water. Yeah.
anything water. Here's an interesting one, right? Desert Dragon. People love Demon Shark, but Desert Dragon is so much better, right? It's
In certain
so
context, yeah, Desert Dragon's awesome.
yeah, it's so much better. I mean, and here's the thing, right? If you have a if you have a good water team, I mean, you can mix it up with a dragon summoner,
Yeah.
right? And it's just brutal. And if you can get a kitty, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that often, obviously without the kitty, but I'll usually throw a little
Quicks.
dragon mixture.
Yeah, Quicks is great with that, right?
Mhm.
So Chaos Dragon, like we don't even need to talk about that one. Everyone needs to have that one. Legionnaire Algar, it's
Yeah.
good, right, for those melee melee anywhere with the demoralize, right? That's a good one. Uriel, it's okay. I mean, it's good if you
Really,
play
I
life.
like Uriel, but maybe that's just
I don't
me.
play a lot of life, right? So
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Adelaide then? You're kind of just
Oh
mad
no,
on her,
no!
too?
When I play, so I don't often play life, but when I
When I
do,
do.
Adelaide is there, right? Right.
Awesome.
Lear of the Dark, yeah, excellent. Surprisingly, though, you would think Void Dragon would be played a lot more, just because of what it does. But I don't play it a whole lot. But it's good, just to mix things up.
Interesting. Okay, well, I appreciate your thoughts on that.
Yep.
Hopefully everybody else did too.
Yeah, a lot of comments about it, so we'll see. Let's see what everybody else.
Yeah, okay, let's catch up on the chat here. So Luincia, our necromancer from our guild, will destroy you all in a tournament. Ooh, we will see.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna set this up, even if unofficially, because if I
it'll be
can't
fun.
I feel like there's just a lot of red tape at the team, and that's fine. Like, they got to do their thing, but we can just do it unofficially. I'd be down to be Darkest Scholar.
We have that. It's actually the Dark Scholar is
Dark
in your
Scholar
guild.
is actually a real account.
It's a real account.
We bring in Luinissa. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Y'all don't want this TNA smoke. I don't know. I think it might just be smoke and no fire.
Yeah.
We'll
Smoke
see.
and mirrors, baby.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you. So, as you were saying, I played one day last season with my silver deck just to maintain my 1600 rating. It took me 2 hours to climb to gold 1 with my silver deck back to running my cards out. Man, Icy Flow went from novice to silver 2 with 1 rental on my alt. Just Sea Monster for 0.1 DEC.
Oh yeah.
1 every game. Well, okay. So why is everybody struggling in bronze? If all you need to do is rent 1 card, Icy Flow, this is the type of content we need. You should make a video. Your channel will become bigger than Bulldog's then, because he always gives good advice. But if you give the broken play for everybody to get out of novice and bronze into silver, everybody's gonna love you.
You can call it "Hold My Beer."
Oh my God. Yeah.
Watch this.
So GFI saying, I'm not in a guild anymore, so I don't feel the pressure to play anymore. Just enjoying the rental income. Fair enough. Well, hopefully it should be paying. Man, the rental income went down though. Anybody else see their rental income plummet? I mean, I usually get a lot more than this, but I'm getting Splex is just, I don't know. I don't know if they're screwing me or if the system's just.
I think some people, not a lot, some people are just taking a break from the game right now.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Should we hold on? We'll get back to comments in a second, but I just want to see, did like a bot network go offline or something?
Let's see.
No, we're still like 170 something thousand players. But damn, look at these spellbook purchases. Sad day.
Oh, did I tell you about my idea? I had the idea, but I didn't do it. So as I was giving out candy for Halloween, literally halfway through, I said, "Why did I not print out my referral link? Give that out
for this." Yeah.
I was like, "This is the biggest opportunity ever. I could have just given it. Hey, kid, you want to play a game? Eat the candy and play this game all night."
You know, it's like little grassroots marketing like that could go a long way. You never know.
I just blew it, man.
Remember that kid that we met at Splinterfest?
Yeah.
Whose father came across the game, got his kid the thing, and then that kid was playing in the top 16?
Yep.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I think we need to get out there and get new players too, right? I mean, just share your referral link everywhere. You
know what? I said this as a hot take during my stream yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Here's my hot take. We don't need new players. we just need a better game. We just need a better game experience. I think people here will continue to spend money on this game if the game experience improves.
Dude, you play every day.
Yeah, I know, but I'll play more. I'll invest more, maybe. Actually, I don't know.
Dude,
I know that I'm wrong.
A day, you don't have any more time.
I know that I'm wrong, but it's just like every time people say, "Oh, we need new players," I'm like, the only reason that you want new players is because you want asset values to rise, and then you'll be rich, right? But that has nothing to do with like the game itself. So
that's a good point. That's a super good point.
You know, like it's like sure, I want new players here too, but why do you want new players? So that they can buy up all of the rest of the stuff, and then cards become super expensive again? Like I don't want that personally, at least not yet. But I guess that's where I'm getting at. Maybe I'm just a terrible person because my mind automatically defaults to, all right, so you want all these new players to come in, asset values to rise, and then since you were here in the bear market and feel like you paid your dues, you're gonna dump on them, right?
All of that sounds excellent to me, man.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm just saying we don't need it yet.
I mean, isn't that what happened last year?
That's what happened last time.
Exactly.
I got dumped on, and it was not consensual.
I would like to see that again. So I know you're trying to make it like, hey, do you really want to do that? But all of that sounds really good.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see it again. I would love to experience it again. I would love to be the one dumping.
And we will. I truly believe we will.
I don't know. You know, it's funny because it's just such a it's just such an aggressive way to look at the game. Like it's because ultimately it is like zero sum, but I do believe that like as a community, this is still one of the healthiest communities. We can come together and build like a sustainable game type for the long run, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right. So Dr. Crypto is saying, I'm saving my ice cream money for Lux Vega. Ooh,
coming out.
I think we'll find
we have confirmation when it's coming out yet?
Soon.
Yeah. Do we know for sure when it's coming out?
I can't say.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's coming out soon.
I have the answer. I know the answer. Before Land.
Darkestnyte, you're like Nostradamus here.
Yeah,
what is this?
Will be here before Land. I can guarantee it.
Oh man, that's great. I need a max Chaos Agent in gold foil.
I agree.
Yeah, you like Chaos Agent? I do like Chaos Agent.
Use it all the time.
I mean, I like Chaos Agent in gold, and he doesn't even have his best ability yet, which is Backfire.
Yep.
So I want to level it up. Just buy a bunch of singles. You can. Just got 2 for 15 cents. So still saying after sign, you can always use Quad Pay with PayPal and split it up into 4 interest-free payments over 2 months. If you want, it's what I do. I don't want to go into debt for this game. That's gonna be a rough.
But sometimes there are things you want to take advantage of, right? And so
sure, yeah. If there's like a deal, but I don't know. I mean, we were okay. So before we even got into the stream, we were talking about Bitcoin potentially doing another
Don't.
Darkestnyte, do you see how long the stream has been already?
I know. I noticed. I was just looking at it.
I mean, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
15 more minutes. Let's roll.
15 more minutes? Okay.
Yeah,
Before we jumped on, Darkestnyte was like, why don't we just do a short one, like 30 minutes? And I was like, by the time I finish catching up with the hello comments, it's going to be 29 minutes.
Yep. And
then I completely lost track of time. We're at 45 minutes right now.
Yeah.
So what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the Bitcoin potentially going down further and what that could do to asset prices, values. I think it's going to affect the tokens, but I wonder if the cards would hold their value somewhat well.
Yeah, I mean, but you already said it, right? You like playing the game, right? Like, do you care? You don't really sell a whole lot of assets. You don't sell cards, right?
Nope.
I don't sell cards, and so you only are going to make the profit either or loss, right, when you sell. But I have no intention of selling yet. I'm still traumatized by the Yoden sale a year ago, right? So yeah, I'm probably not going to sell anything, right? So I just want to play the game, right? I want to be competitive, and I know I need assets to be able to do that, and I need specific assets to be able to do that. So I'm in no rush to, take profits yet. I know I probably could at some point, and you're the same way,
yeah,
right? But that's different. I mean, so if the asset prices dunk, right, then what are we going to do? We'll probably buy more.
But see, that's the thing. If Bitcoin dumps further, I feel like it's going to significantly affect the like disproportionately affect the token values, right?
Sure.
So DEC and SPS more so than card prices. And if I see a deal on SPS, I might go into SPS rather than cards. But again, that's like a tough, we'll see.
And here's the thing, right? Like, so I thought about what if DEC drops to like, I know they're trying to get it back up to peg, but let's say it drops to, like by 50%. Man, I'm going to buy a bunch of DEC and level up my guild and get ready for, brawl rewards.
Ooh, I'm so excited. That's coming soon. We're all going to get rich. With SPS brawls.
But we're gonna be rewarded for our time.
I need to make this tournament happen before the SPS brawl reward starts, because then everyone's gonna get all weird. But
brawl rewards are gonna be, I think it'll be so much fun.
Are you free this Sunday? Should we try and like do it unofficially this Sunday? Because I don't think I'm gonna get the team's buy-in yet.
We've done it before, so we've done our own tournaments.
Yeah. All right. So Butter's saying if you're thinking long term, you should buy all the cards, especially the cheap ones. They will serve their usefulness over time. See, the problem with this though, Butters, and when I say problem, I mean like the cheap ones now might be cheaper later, because people were saying this back in March and they've only got cheaper and cheaper. So maybe it's just PTSD for me, where it's just like, maybe they'll go down further. But here's the thing, to your point and Darkestnyte's point, at some point they won't be cheaper anymore, and they'll bottom out and they'll start rising.
Your job as an again, this is not financial advice, but your job is to hold out longer, as long as you possibly can, without selling those assets until they rise again, right? And if you have the mindset that it's going to be 2 years or 3 years or even 4 years, you're not really looking for profits at 1 or 2 years, right? You've already set yourself up to say this is a long-term hold.
Yeah.
Right? So, and again, if the opportunity comes,
the thing is, cards are different. Like, I don't even want to sell my cards, because this is what I was asking you. Remember, so you went ahead. I don't know if people know yet, but you went ahead and got a gold foil Dr. Blight because you thought that it was a good investment, a card that you use often.
Yep.
And the question that I asked you was, all right, you said that it's a good investment. When are you going to sell? At what price would you sell?
You remember my response? I was like, what? Probably never, right? Like,
that's why cards are tough for me, because I'm emotionally attached to them. Except for doubles, I'll sell doubles. But like the cards that I'm buying now, it's not like I would sell. I don't know. Maybe when like chaos rotates out, we get rebellion in the next thing. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I could sell the blight, right? But it would have to be. I
think you said you'd sell it for like $25,000.
I did say that. Yes, I did say it, because that would be 10x outrageous, right? That would be 10x, right? So, and same thing with Waka, right? I mean, I don't even win a whole. Well, I do win a lot with Waka actually, but that card is important to me, right? Like I want it
Mhm.
in my collection, and it would take a lot for me to part with it.
Yeah.
Like same thing with Arias, right? It would take a lot for me to part with that.
How much?
I don't know the answer yet.
Name your price.
Talk to me in the bull run.
No, no. Basically, I want somebody to clip
I
this so
would
that,
so
like, in
right
3 years, when
so
someone's just like, "I'll match it for you."
I would say right now, like
It's
25.
okay. Aim for the
Probably
aim
like
for the
25K.
shoot for
25K.
the moon. 25K? What? That's
Yeah,
it?
because I remember what I paid for it, right? So
Yeah, I know, but still, I feel like it's listed for 25K now, isn't it?
Yeah, and they can buy that one first.
Wait, hold on. So if somebody bought Archmage Arias for 25K, would you then list yours because you know that there are buyers out there?
Maybe. It would be super hard. It would be
Fascinating.
and I don't even play with it a lot.
I know.
Yeah.
I was expecting six figures. I thought she'd say 100, 250, something like that. Something so ridiculous that, like, it's going to change your life more than that card could.
Right. But but I'm in the bear market mindset right now, right?
Sure.
During the bull run, that's a whole different answer.
But I think it's good. I think it might be a good exercise or good practice for us to, like, start thinking about what our exit prices are. So
Yeah,
we know when to jump.
That's important though, right?
It is, yeah.
To know what your exit strategy is. Like that's important.
Mm-hmm.
That's super important.
All right, hold up. Let me see. So if you're thinking
And
about
most of us don't have one. It's hey, I want to keep on playing until I don't want to play anymore.
well, that's how I was at the end of the last bull run, and we all see how that one turned out. So,
Yep.
So Icy Flyer, agree with this. Borrowing to buy game assets is too risky. Supreme Victory Network, what is going on? It is good to have you here. I want to chat with you because you left a comment on one of the videos earlier today that said Splinterlands is dying, and I responded to you saying, "Are you leaving?" Not in an antagonistic way, but if you genuinely believe the game is dying, what are you doing? Because I don't think that you're the only one that has this sentiment. So I just want to know, for people who think that the game is legitimately dying, what are you doing? Or were you just being a little dramatic? I'm curious, genuinely curious. So Igor's 3 damage and stun for 2 mana. Yeah, I know. I should level mine up.
It's a good card.
Tusk is anti-earth for low mana. Ivory Brothers started playing for the cards. It's not really borrowing if I DCA the amount I utilize, I guess, but then I can't lose my job. I'm just kidding. I mean, no, nobody should lose their job if they're buying cards and stuff. I'm just saying. I'm DCing into regular chaos cards and maxing the older gold foil. All right, I saw my Astro Tutor a while ago. All right, everyone's talking about the strategy. Ooh, Stock Jockey saying I bought a gold Heartclaw today just because I did not have one. How much are they going for? They can't be that much, right?
If I remember correctly, I think it's about $75 when I got mine.
To max out?
Yeah, I mean,
it's like 4 VCX,
so.
yeah.
Maybe I have to ask Stock Jockey when he got how much he paid.
Bakjira is a must. Yeah, I should grab gold for reward legendaries. Have you guys been playing the Vicar tournaments? I found I learned so much from those games. No, I've never even heard of them. Because they all lost them. Love those fighting words, Icy Flow and Butters. Oh, Necromancer is in the house, I think.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, let's see. You talk TNA talking trash, so we'll see if you can back it up on the battlefield. You will FOMO in more. Yeah, probably. We need to retain players. We are definitely struggling with that right now. Yeah. Did you guys buy TD packs for SPS rewards? I did, but not from the store. I bought them all on the secondary market because that return was super ridiculous.
So when we were on with Tails, I FOMO. He said something about tower defense, and I said, you know what? Let me buy some.
Did you buy some from the store?
I bought them from the store. Nice.
Okay. I mean, the amount, I don't know what it's at right now, but let's see. I think it's like 275-ish, 279. Let's see. I'll tell just so we can get everybody to FOMO into it. If you buy it on the secondary market right now, it is going for $3.01. That's actually, I should actually sell mine now because I'll get a nice little profit off of that. But it is still going for, it's still like a 70-something% return. That's kind of crazy on SPS.
Since you're in there, what's the Archmage alpha token going for right now?
Archmage, let's just see it. See them all.
By the way, you guys are seeing in real time what we talk about all the time. All this, exactly this stuff.
It's just a bunch of tangents. Wow, 600.
Ooh, that just pumped.
The last sale was for 600. When was this? 11/2. So just earlier today.
Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, that was probably one of the best buys I've done in a while.
That wasn't you, right?
No. I bought mine 3 days ago.
The next one available for sale is selling for 700.
Holy crap. So something's going on there, right? Like I noticed it. And it might be just a new code that's rolled out. I mean, it's killing it right now.
Yeah. I don't doubt it. I mean, are you happy with yours?
Very.
Okay.
Well, not in the last 3 hours.
It keeps losing?
Well, I've lost 4 in a row.
Oh,
but,
isn't that annoying?
Yes, but that's okay.
That's why I always tap myself in.
Yeah, it might be time for me to tap in.
Litecoin's pumping. Look at this. We don't need these proposals, guys. Look, we just need the threat of proposals to come in, and then we will be all good.
Your
sponsors are back. Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Dude, the channel's growing, man. We got sponsors, new sponsors all the time. That's great.
Look at Virus now. So there we go. So he just confirmed, right? 75, roughly. And that's what I think I paid for mine too.
Okay.
And again, it's a card you play a lot, right? And you get those bonuses in for reward shares, right? That's where over time we're gonna play thousands of games with those, and that 10% here, 30% here, it's gonna add up.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see. So new players will give the team more resources for further development. You're absolutely right. Chad, how did you link up with Darkestnyte? How did we link up? I think he's asking us.
In your videos, you were talking about cards, like you were struggling, I think, to get into gold, I think it was, right? And I said, hey, man, I'll send this guy. It's good content. I'll send some cards. I just kept sending cards, and then we started talking. And that was it.
It was really strange. I had no idea who Darkestnyte was. I thought it was like one of I kept hearing about how all these like Japanese players were like super strong, and I was like, oh man, looks like this might be like an OG in the game. And then
yeah, but I wasn't though, right? So I mean, I just had a little bit more cards.
You were sending me all of these like level or like maxed out beta dragon cards.
That's all I had.
but it was all because I remember the first time, and because you sent it to me before, like prices really tanked, right? This is, I think we started like March or so.
Yeah.
And like I remember talking to someone and being like, yeah, so I'm playing this game and someone just sent me like cards worth, I don't know, $15,000. Right? I was like, it's insane right now.
Yeah, but it's cool, right? Because that's one of the things I like about Hive is you can delegate, right?
Yeah.
It's super easy, and it really creates a community. Super easy, right?
Yeah, for sure. How much will Lux Vega be? I believe they said it's $1,000. So, but if that's payable in DEC and there's some voucher discounts, I have no idea how cheap that's going to
get. That'll be
good.
I didn't even think about vouchers. So yeah.
So yeah, Necro, he says, I hate you, Darkestnyte. Why?
You'll see the next sentence.
We need land now. Did you say we don't need land?
No, I said we'll have Lux before land.
Oh. Oh man. All right. I suppose saying adding 30 players a day would double the player base, and we do 15 spellbooks a day, but probably retain 1% of those players, double in a year. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of like getting them to stay and stick around. Where can I tell how many TD packs are sold? All right, I think he told you. I see told you. Thanks for another late night stream. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do these ad hoc whenever we can. You guys can thank Darkestnyte because I was tired and I wanted to take the night off. I'm catching up on Andor, the Star Wars show.
Oh, how was that?
I was gonna like get to it eventually, but I kept seeing tweets about how like it's the best Star Wars show like out there.
Really?
And so far it's so good because it's not like your classic. I'm only 3 episodes in, so please no spoilers. But it's not your classic, Star Wars like hokey lore. It's like a espionage thriller set in the Star Wars universe because they don't bother with like all the main characters, what's happening. Like this, it's following like the resistance movement or like the rebellion movement in its infancy.
Yep.
So it's cool in that sense, and it's definitely geared more towards an adult audience. So when you think of Disney Plus, you're like, meh, but I
I'll
like it.
start watching it tonight then. After this.
Yeah, it's good. I think the 9th episode just dropped today, so I don't know. I'm assuming there's gonna be 10 total, which would make. Anybody know how many total episodes? Actually, let's see. Hey Siri, how many total episodes of Andor will there be?
Did I ever tell you?
Oh, 12. Okay, so there's still a couple more left, but go ahead.
Did I ever tell you so I think you might know this. On my Alexa, on my little Alexa device, it's not Alexa. I have Samuel Jackson.
I know, I've heard it in the background. You showed it to me one time.
Yeah, oh, dude.
Do you got to pay for that?
Oh, I paid for it once, but it was
okay.
so worth it.
I mean, it's Samuel Jackson talking to you. Why not?
So anyone with an Alexa right now, just say, Alexa, execute Order 66.
So wait, can nobody else except Samuel Jackson respond to that?
Well, Alexa can. She'll respond to it. But Samuel Jackson's has because he was Mace
a specific one.
Yeah. So he responds very differently, right? So it's super cool.
That's awesome. All right, 20K officially after dark. Yeah, it's after dark. After dark is what's happening right now. I sold everything I had during the bull run game when I 10x'd. Nice. Then bought back a few months ago. I mean, you did it right, Azul. You really did it right.
Absolutely.
Mitchell saying, I don't think we were going to see car prices equal to the bull market last time, so don't expect a 30x comment. Yeah, I highly doubt it too. So if anything, it'll happen on the next bull run, which won't be until 2025. But we'll see. Justin's here. Justin saying, what are your experiences after Sound and Darkestnyte with the new rule sets? Have you played with them?
Yeah, I played a couple. But they were botted, right? So Archmage.
Then you didn't play with them.
Well, but I went back and evaluated the games, right? So what I found is, and I think even Tails might have talked about this earlier, there are other cars that synergize really good with the rule set, right? Yeah. So it's Oster Rockwell, Mylor, and Lear Deep Swimmer, and Ilthane,
I think, yeah.
Right, and because you add another return fire to the one that you're already taking, right? So it really pins down your opponent. They're pretty brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I like them a lot. I don't think that it's not a major overhaul. In fact, it seems almost minimal at best. Yeah, but it does offer a little kind of freshness to the game, right? Just a little refresher. And this is why I'm just like, we need more rule sets. This needs to be a focus. And I'm all for the, I think I did this on the Splinterlands TV stream, which I didn't post here. But, we went through the rule sets and I went through and I was just like, here's 12. We went through the abilities and I was like, here's 12 abilities. If you make each of these, if you make each of them a rule set and just add in one a month, you have all of 2023 covered. Just make it so that the first of the month is new rule set day, right? Yep. Or the first town hall of every month is new rule set day. Everybody's looking forward to what's going to get revealed. And then the following Tuesday, it gets put in. And then we all talk about it for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks until the next one comes out.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's just something simple. Like, I don't know. Little things like that, I feel like could go a long way because, again, to respond to Justin, it's not like it was a major overhaul and it's like hasn't like changed my game experience. But when I pick teams now, and this is why I was getting specific with you, Darkestnyte, because you haven't actually picked a team, right? It's the account's just been bought it. But I actually have to think through a lot when I'm playing. It's like a whole different dynamic, and I'm excited for you to experience that.
So I will. Once I reach. Oh crap! You know what just happened?
Did your computer turn off because your screen went
No, I forgot that I was in a tournament and I didn't submit my teams.
No, that's not good.
Whatever. It's all right. Somebody got some good ones.
Oh, Stock Jockey got his.
Virus was a benefit factor of that because Virus.
Oh man, you didn't even get to draw him this time.
Now I'm really mad.
Oh, fun time.
That's all right. What's the worst? I mean, we can have.
Okay. So let's see. Whoops, that's the sponsor. Why is it still here? I thought I deleted
I
it.
paid the price for my insolence.
All right, Virus is in the house, dude. Virus, what's going on, man? How have you been? Woo's at 40% today, which would be awesome if it didn't do negative 50% yesterday. Actually, I'm curious. Where's the Woo price, dude? That thing dumped so hard. Oh, it's still down. Look at that. This thing is actually, even with the 40% pump today, it is down 50%.
Yeah,
Everybody
but
just
if you
dumped
bought
after
it,
the.
right? Here's the thing, right? If you bought more because you had faith in the project, you're good right now.
But everybody was selling out after their sale. They had their general sale on Monday. So we
Right, we're at an hour and 5 minutes.
I know. Are you done? Are you good?
Yeah, I think yes. Read the rest of the
Okay,
stuff.
let's catch up on the comments.
We're going to do this more often, right? So.
Well, I'm going to be back on tomorrow morning anyway, so I don't mind cutting this short. Actually, I think I'm going to delay tomorrow because then I'll push it back so that I can stream during the Rooney Mint.
Oh yeah,
like when that goes live.
Yeah, that's gonna be hot stuff for sure.
So that should be fun. All right, hold on. Let's catch up with chat real quick. We'll power through and then we'll get final thoughts. We're about 1250 unique Rooney holders. I'm curious what that goes up to in general. Hopefully a lot more.
That's funny.
What?
The next,
at the rate we're at, Matt Damon will have a promo card before Lightning comes out.
That's awesome.
I mean, hey Matt, we're here.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
You need
12
a card,
episodes. Oh, well, actually, there weren't that many comments. So season rule sets would be cool. Scared rule set for October. Frozen rule set for December. Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many ideas. It could be awesome. Yes, Pascal. See, everybody's got great ideas, and I just wish that we had the resources to get them implemented. Yeah. But Darkestnyte, this was super fun, man. You got any thoughts before we head into the weekend here?
Yeah. So actually, really more of a question for you. So Aggie asked us when he came to our table that day, right? He said, more or less? How are you feeling right now?
Of what?
More assets. Do you have enough assets in Splinterlands? Do you need to get more? Or
no,
less?
Of course I don't have enough assets. I always need more.
There you go.
Definitely still more. I like the new rule set stuff, and I think that we were talking about this earlier, where there's a lot of negativity still, and I don't want to say that I called it, but I did put out a video a little while ago saying that I think that the end of the year is going to feel similar to how like March, April, May were for us before we got the wait. You remember before like Summer of Splinterlands, they kept promising Summer of Splinterlands, and we're like, when's it going to come? And then it did come, and then we had this whole thing that went all the way through September, October. Yep. So now I just feel like all of the updates that they're going to do are stuff that we have been waiting for a long time, such as land, such as validators. It's going to be stuff that isn't sexy, like super sexy, like validators and tech modernization, but we're going to get it. And things might get a little stale, but I'm hoping that the holidays keep people distracted.
So like you, I am more, right? And I think we should ask people that, right? Do you feel like you need more or less assets? And it's a question that might change. One day I might surprise you and say, you know what, I'm good.
But yeah, see, that's the thing. Is such a loaded term. Like, when would you ever say less?
Well, you would if you didn't have faith in where things were going. Right, and that's when you start selling.
Okay.
Right, but we're not there. Right? I'm not there. I want more and more and more. Right, and so, but that's a sentiment. That's a sentiment check, right? To see, how are you feeling about Splinterlands? How am I feeling? How is Dr.
I feel like that would be catastrophic if I said less and that I was selling out of assets. I feel like I'd be getting a lot of DMs from people here from the team to be like, "Hey, what's going on? Everything all right?"
But that's the thing, right? You'd want them to ask that question. But I thought that was a really good question that Aggie, that's whole story he told us, right? Mm-hmm. Because I apply that now in other places, right? Do I want to do this more or less? Do I want to play another game of Splinterlands? Do I want to play it more or do I want to play it less? And right when I look at all the changes and even the proposals, I'm like, man, I don't care about any of that stuff. I'll be honest. Yeah. I want to get into a tournament. I want to play more stuff. I want to. Do I want to be a whale? 2-3 years from now, I don't know. But I want to be a good player, right? And I want to have fun, and I want to get my share of the pie. That's it.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Can we close out? I want to ask you one more thing. Then we close out. you, like I've said before, like you are the player's player to me, right? Like you could give two shits about the economy stuff.
Right.
What do you want to see? And don't say land, because that's eventually coming, right? But like, what are the things that could in the next like 3 weeks to 3 months that the team could implement into the game? Like they could be little things, they could be medium-sized things, not large things like land, but what are like some little things that you want to see quality of life? Because to me, you're one of the easiest players to retain, but I think your insight into this is also really solid, because it's just like you're here for the game itself.
So I would want to see things that encourage more community, right? And really road signs that say, hey, go here if you want this, go here if you want this. It was almost a year before I found my guild, and I didn't know it was that important, right? I just said, hey, I guess I should, join a guild. And I joined the one I joined kind of randomly because the name was cool. Right. Yeah. So, and now I'm wearing their shirt. So, I mean, but I'm being honest though, like if I had understood earlier what was going on, and I think there are a lot of players that are playing right now that are just kind of lost in the shuffle. So that would be one thing, right? Let's take care of the future of Splinterlands. The other stuff is just a guild overhaul, right? Evaluate kind of just some of the things we have to struggle with. Even the tavern is, I can't go and edit. I can't respond to people's, basic, comments. I'd love to have some emojis that said, yeah, I really like that. I have to go to Discord to be able to do that, and it's double posting, and it's kind of redundant.
Yeah,
that would be nice, right? And again, I mean, they would have to code it up, but it doesn't have an impact on the economy, right? I don't have to worry about prices of whatever being impacted. It's just something cool. The other thing would be Battle 2.0, right? The stuff we saw at Splinterfest, that would be awesome.
I think that's
that's purely cosmetic, right? So throw it in, man. Let's go. Oh, I have so many other things now.
Please.
The mobile app, that would be nice. But Matt said they're already working on that, so I know that'll come when it's ready. So, but that would be nice because I play a lot on the mobile app.
You know what I want to see? Because I think you're excited about tower defense too. So I'm curious to know where development is at for that, because they said Q1. So part of me is like hopeful that like, hey, we're in November now. Is that 2 months away?
Nah, it'll be summer. I mean, my birthday's in springtime, right? It'll be nice to have it for my birthday. But my thing is, I think it'll be something we'll play for the first time on the beach somewhere, right? For summer vacation.
Damn, that's a long ways away.
But is it really, right? We're almost at the end of 2022. This year blazed by.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
Like blazing fast. So
I don't want to lose your comments on the community stuff, because I don't know how to implement that from like a team perspective. I mean, I think there's like cool little chat things, but I would love a guild overhaul, but I would also love just more community-based elements within the game.
Yeah. But they're doing that, right? We have ghost card tournaments. It'll pull people into doing tournaments. So we just left Splinterfest, right? So that's community, totally community, right? So at the end of the day, I think that the things are there. It's the same problem it always is, right? We want it right now. And
because we've been told about it for a long time. But
right. So what do I always ask you, right? What will this game look like in a year? Because we'll be there in a year, and we're gonna more than likely have land in a year. I would say yes, we're gonna have that, right? It was a comment I made to you this morning, right? When the guys that are holding these regions, they're literally going to be lords of the game, right? Guys like Gang who are sitting on a region. It takes time, right? It takes time to get there, but when you do, you are influential in the community, not because you have more whatever, right? It's because you hold land and you can delegate it out to people and make assets and all kinds of stuff. So I think that's going to be critical. And he'll laugh in 4 years, man, I had to wait 3 years to get this off the ground, but now that it's here, I'm glad that I held on to it. Actually, I'm going to be on a show tomorrow, so maybe I'll tell that to him.
Oh, I'm excited about that. Yeah. We could plug that. So Darkestnyte is going to be on with Gank and Walking Keys tomorrow night. So make sure
Just
you
doing
go
the same
check
thing we're
that
doing
out.
now. Just talking shit. Bullshit.
So I'll be hanging out in the comments.
Yep.
What time are you going? Is what 9, 10 your time?
Maybe I need to clarify that again.
Let me know when you can, just so I can.
I know. I think it's 10. I think I did ask that question, but we'll formalize it tomorrow.
Otherwise, I'll get lost doing something else.
And
All right,
I
cool,
do
man.
want the Matt Damon Team America card. America, F yeah.
Matt Damon. I want more assets, but I also want to burn older ones like a crafting system. Imagine if certain cards went extinct because they were all used as an ingredient for some other card.
Ooh. Yeah, that's super odd. But we kind of do that now when we combine cards.
Yeah.
Not extinct, right? That's a very specific term, but we definitely reduce the pool of available cards. So. Man,
it's interesting.
All right.
Oh, man. All right. I have so many questions, but we're going to go ahead and end it off here.
Him up on Sunday.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Thanks for coming through, guys. Have an amazing rest of your night. I'll be back on in a little more than 12 hours. So keep an eye out. I'll try to schedule that out once I can figure out my morning plans. But otherwise, have an amazing rest of your day, night, whatever it is. And I'll catch up with you soon.
Good night, Rudy.
Good night. I should rename my Alexa Rooney.
Oh, there we go.
We need to talk Rooney stuff. So, but we'll do that offline. All right, guys. See you later.
Yep. Take care, guys.